What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here on a late Thursday night. Back at you again with another video right here on Killer O Demon 669. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to my other channels. All the links down below. Alright. I know it's a little late, and it's very late, but it's time for your late, out-of-date TNA Impact Wrestling review for November the 5th, 2014. Once again from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And we only got 2 more shows until, well, that could be it for TNA for the rest of this year, because after the 19th, we're going to get clip shows all the way up until New Year's Eve. And we'll have to see what happens with TNA going forward, with if they get a TV deal or they stay on Spike, or what happens. So we'll have to see. But last night's TNA show was pretty decent, coming off the heels of last week's epic ending with Bobby Roode winning the world title for a second time. So we begin with a little video package showing that, and then we open with Kurt Angle in the ring, and he says tonight is a big night, and he mentions that Bobby Roode won the title. So he introduces the new TNA Heavyweight Champion, the It Factor, Bobby Roode. So he comes out and gets on the mic. He says wrestlers dream of this moment, you know, being the Heavyweight Champion, of course. And he says besides his family, wrestling is all he has. Kind of like John Cena. But I digress. Roode says that he has only ever wanted to be the best, and holding this championship title makes him the best. Not the best in the world like CM Punk, but he is the best. He says he's happy to share this moment with the greatest professional wrestler to ever live. CM Punk? No, Kurt Angle. So he's about to talk again some more, and out comes the franchise players, Lashley, the former champion, Kenny King, and MVP. MVP takes the mic, and he says that Roode is one sorry excuse for a competitor, and that Lashley is the most dominant champion in TNA history, which is true. He says that Roode manipulated the system to just get a title shot. Not really, but I digress. And then he asks who are the bad guys, and he's saying it's Roode and Angle because they knew Roode couldn't win without help. Meaning Kurt Angle gave him help because he's the executive director of operations. So MVP says that he deserves a title shot because he was injured. Remember when he was supposed to face Eric Young at Lockdown in the cage, but he messed up his leg, and then Lashley had to take over and basically beat the crap out of Eric Young, even though Eric Young won the match, and then proceeded to lose the title, like I think the week after. So Angle then asks Roode if he wants to put his title on the line tonight against MVP, and then Bobby Roode says, "You damn right, I'm gonna defend my title because I'm gonna be a fighting champion." So we're gonna see in the main event Bobby Roode take on MVP, and you can notice Lashley's face. He was not a happy camper, and we'll get to that later. So I give the first segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video hyping the tag team tournament. We're going to see the finals in just a little bit. We go backstage, we see Joe and Loki. They're hyping up the match. You know, Loki saying that he couldn't find a better partner than the X Division champion Samoa Joe. And then Joe's basically saying that him and Loki are just alike, and, you know, hyping the Hardys up a little bit, and saying that they're gonna win the match and go on to win the tag team titles from the American Wolves. So we get to match number 1, the tag team tournament finals. The Hardys taking on Samoa Joe and Loki. This wasn't a bad match. Loki and Jeff started off the match, and Jeff then got momentum. He tags in Matt, and then Matt starts beating on Loki, but Loki escaped with a kick to the head. He tags in Samoa Joe, and he's beating the crap out of Matt Hardy. Then Loki kicks Matt in the head and goes for a pin. He only gets a 2 count. Matt Hardy fights back and tags in Jeff. And then Jeff does his usual stuff with a snapmare takedown. He goes for the pin. Only gets 2. And then the Hardys start taking out Low-Ki for a bit. And Joe breaks up a pin attempt. Low-Ki comes back with a series of kicks, and he gets the hot tag to Joe. Joe kicks Jeff in the head a few times, and then he drops a knee, gets another near fall, and Joe has Jeff Hardy in the corner, but Jeff hit the Whisperer in the ring from off the top rope, and then both get the hot tag, and Matt and Low-Ki start going after each other. Matt gets the better of the exchange, hitting a side effect. Then he hits a bulldog on Samoa Joe and a clothesline Low-Ki at the same time, which is pretty impressive. Then he goes to the top rope. Then he hits his little leg drop. Oh, he's about to hit the leg drop, but Low-Ki knocked him off the top rope. He tries to go for the Warrior's Way, and he actually hit it and gets a 2 count as Jeff broke it up. Matt then hits a Twist of Fate on Low-Ki, gets a 2 count from that when Joe broke it up. Joe then put Matt in the Coquina Clutch, but Jeff broke it up. Then Jeff tries to Twist of Fate, but Low-Ki blocked it, and Jeff tags in Matt as Joe, as him and Jeff double team Low-Ki. Jeff hits a Swanton Bomb and then throws Joe to the outside. And then Matt hits a moonsault and gets the pin for his team. So they are the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. They will face the American Wolves next week on the program. And I think that match is going to be epic! So we'll see what happens. So I gave that match 3.25 out of 5 stars. We go backstage, we see James Storm talking to Davey Richards, you know, the whole thing from last week when he's trying to recruit Davey Richards into joining his Revolution stable with himself, the Great Sonata, and Manic. So they're talking, he says you should join us, you know, says, you know, Eddie's just on your head and all this stuff. And then he tells him that he has 1 week to give him an answer, so we'll find out next week what happens. So I gave that a 3 out of 5 stars, so we'll see what happens with that. I don't think it's going to happen, and it's not going to end well for Davey Richards, let's just put it that way. We then go to a little video showing Bobby Roode with the TNA World title, and he's talking about how when MVP was Director of Operations, that he suspended Bobby Roode and sent him home for 7 weeks, excuse me. And then he says he isn't hiding from MVP anymore, and that MVP took away the one thing that matters to him, which is wrestling, and he's going to beat him later tonight. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see another video, and this time it's recapping what's been going on with Gunner, Sam Shaw, and Brittany. Brittany has long-ass fucking hair. Cut that mane of hair, woman. Damn it. So, we see that video, the little feud that's going on. You know, we saw last week when Sam Shaw turned his back on Gunner and then started having tonsil hockey and almost simulated sex in the ring with Brittany, which isn't a bad thing. So we go in the ring, Sam Shaw comes out with Brittany, and Sam says that he turned his back on his friend and big brother Gunner. He says because of Brittany, he was able to see Gunner see what Gunner saw him as just a charity case. And then Brittany got on the mic, said Christy Hemme didn't appreciate him either, his autistic side, I guess, too. And then they start making out in the ring again. Oh boy. So as they're you know, rolling around the ring and they're, you know, just about to freaking grind on each other again, Gunner comes out and he says that they are making him and the fans in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania sick, and it's making me sick. You know, just, I mean, well, seeing Sam Shaw do that, ugh, you know, if it was me, I was just like, never mind. And he says crazy attracts crazy. He said Shaw's problem didn't want to be Sam's. Excuse me. He said that Sam's problem is that he didn't want to be like him. He wanted to be him. So then he calls them creepy bastard, and Shaw's like, "Don't you call me that," you know. And then the fans start chanting it, and then he says it right to his face, "Creepy bastard." And then Sam Shaw's about to punch his lights out, but Gunner started blocking and starts beating the crap out of Sam Shaw. Brittany jumps on the Gunner's back and tries to claw his face and his eyes out. And this allows Sam Shaw to hit a low blow right to Gunner's ballsack. And then Brittany gives Sam these black gloves, which he used to have in his feud with Mr. Anderson. And Sam Shaw then proceeds to choke Gunner out with the half-second Tommy. That's his finishing move. I guess it has a name now. So, you know, I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. I really don't care about this feud that much. The only thing I like is just Brittany showing her ass around the ring. That's basically it. You know, she does have a nice backside, but I digress. Alright, then we get a video showing the newest teenage superstar, I'm going to have problems with this name, Mahabali Shera, and he's going to be coming into TNA, who knows. So, that was okay. Then we see another video recapping what happened earlier in the night with Bobby Roode and MVP in the title match later in the night. Then we see MVP approach Kurt Angle in his office and says thank you for making this match so easy for him. Then he tells Kurt that he says Angle thinks it's all about him, but it's really all about him, MVP. So I guess a little bit of hype going into the match, in the main event. So I give it 3 out of 5 stars. All right, from there we go to match number 2. Devon, Brother Devon, what do you want to call him, and Tommy Dreamer, the Innovator of Violence, taking on Magnus and Brom in a hardcore match that had no blood. Damn. But this match was okay. No, it was pretty hardcore. They used cookie sheets, some chairs, a table, a candlestick, trash can lids, and you know, and the turnbuckle weapon. Devon and Dreamer got out of the gate. You know, they were fighting them around the ring, and then Dreamer threw a chair in the ring, and he was trying for a move with the chair, but Magnus came back, used the drop toe hold to slam Dreamer into the chair. And then Magnus and Brom started beating up Dreamer for a little bit, as Devon was on the outside, you know, trying to collect himself. So they're basically beating the crap out of Tommy Dreamer, and then Magnus jumps to the outside, but he gets a cookie sheet right to the dome by Devon, and Devon comes in, uses the trash can lid on Brom's head, and Devon starts getting momentum, beating the trash can into Brom's midsection. And then, you know, Brom and Magnus had Tommy Dreamer on the top rope, looking for a double superplex, but Devon comes in, and we get a Tower of Doom segment that made Taz and Mike Tenay and the fans go nuts. Oh, Tower of Doom! Oh my God! Like we haven't seen that before. And then Devon gets the fans riled up with a 1, 2, 3, get the tables! And he sets one up on the outside. And then Brom tries to suplex Devon onto the table through the outside, but he instead goes through it himself. Whoops. And then Magnus starts getting a Singapore cane, beats the crap out of Devon and Dreamer. And then Tommy Dreamer comes in, and Magnus gets a kick right to the nuts. And then Dreamer hits the Spike DDT, or the Dreamer DDT, whatever you want to call it, for the pin, and he gets the win for the ECW Originals. So, it was an okay hardcore match. I could expect a little bit better, but I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Alright. From there, we see a backstage segment with the lovely Gail Kim talking about her match with Jessica Havoc tonight for the Knockouts title. She says that she was beaten down by Havoc a few weeks ago, but the one thing that she has is heart, and you know, you could beat her down, but you know, she'll keep getting back up again, and that's, you know, what Gail Kim is all about. And she says tonight she's going after what's hers, and that's the TNA Knockouts title. So we'll see what happens from there. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a segment with Rockstar Spud. Rockstar Spud! Hello, love! And Jeremy bore ass in the ring. I don't know why he's in the ring. So Jeremy bore ass says it's been a wild couple of weeks for Rockstar Spud, you know, with the whole thing with him and Ethan Carter, and now Tyrus, otherwise known as Brodus Clay. Spud says over the past year he has done things he isn't proud of, teaming up with EC3 and Dick Cicada. He says when he came to the company he had no direction, even though he won British Boot Camp 1, even though British Boot Camp 2 is now in session. It's doing pretty well. I haven't watched it. We don't care about it. Until Dick Cicada came to him and asked him to be the chief of staff. So Spud said at one point he would have done anything for EC3 until he became a complete and utter wanker. Wanker! So then he says he likes his suits and the people like his suits and he isn't changing for them or anybody else, including EC3. Then he said he calls EC3 a 1%er, but he is Mr. 99%. And he says he doesn't need EC3 anymore, and our fans are going nuts, and Boras is getting a hard on, and like, oh, that's right, Spud, yeah, I love you, man. And then he says, just like British Boot Camp, Spud is winning everyone over. He's winning the fans over. He's winning the guys in the locker room over. And then out come EC3 and Tyrus to the ring, and the crowd starts chanting, "He's a wanker!" That's a new chant I haven't heard. Damn Pennsylvania people. No offense. Then EC3 said that this is the worst segment in all of history. Yeah, okay. He said all the losers have appointed a new fearless leader in Rockstar Spud. Then he says Boras and Spud owe everything they have to the Carters. Then he says he will allow Spud to apologize to him right now out of professional courtesy. But Rockstar Spud stands his ground and says no. And then Tyrus grabs him from behind and holds him up as Jerry Boras just looks on like, what are you doing? And EC3 continues to make Rockstar Spud apologize to him, but Spud says, okay, I'm sorry. You're a big-nosed douchebag! Then he slaps Jerry Boras for no apparent reason. And then he starts attacking Spud 2-on-1 until Eric Young comes out with a chair to save Rockstar Spud, and EC3 and Tyrus exit the ring very quickly. So, I guess it's leading to a tag team match that might happen next week on the program, or maybe the week after when Feast of Fire. I don't know. That'd be funny, if Tyrus is in the Feast of Fire and he wins the briefcase and he opens up. Oops, I'm fired. Who cares about freaking Brodus Clay? He's a jobber. Nobody cares. But I gave the segment 3 out of 5 stars, so we'll see what happens next week on the program. Alright, we go to commercial. We come back with Gail Kim in the ring. She has her shoulder taped up, and she's holding her ribs. She's been through a lot. She's getting ass kicked by Havoc the last couple weeks. Gail then, Havoc makes her entrance, and Gail meets her on the ramp, and then Havoc starts beating her down, on the outside of the ring. She tries for the hammerlock, not the hammerlock slam, grabs her, puts her bag shoulder behind her back and looks to ram into the ring post like she did a couple weeks ago, but referee Stifler stopped it. Like, no, do it, what are you doing? And then Gail comes back, hits her, then Havoc knocks her down. She throws Gail into the ring post head first. Ouch! But Gail fights back, showing her heart, just to get leveled again by Havoc. And Havoc then throws her on the ramp, then drags her by her long hair up the ramp, and then Gail comes back, hits some kicks, and then Havoc catches one of the kicks and then throws her off the stage. Woo! That's a long way down. And then, referee Stifler's looking at her, he throws up the X, meaning, an injury, and then she's looked at by doctors, we see some referees, and Simon Diamond come out to look. So, looks like Gail Kim is injured again. We're not going to see this match. So we go to commercial. We come back and Jeremy Boras is about to announce that the medical staff says that this match won't happen. But Gail takes the mic and says, "Well, screw you, Jeremy. This match is going to happen." So I give that whole thing 3 out of 5 stars. We get to match number 3 for the Knockouts title. So Havoc brings Gail in the ring and continues to beat her down. And but Gail fights back again. She won't go down with a fight, as she said in her promo. But Havoc hits a forearm, knocking Gail outside of the ring. But Gail throws Havoc into the steel steps. but Gail gets slammed headfirst into the ring steps by Havoc. Ow! And Gail is moving as the ref starts counting to 10. And then Havoc, for some odd reason, breaks the count at 9. And goes outside to inflict more punishment. And she's like, I'm not finished yet. Then throws her into the ring. Gail latches on a submission hold, but Havoc hits a side slam on Gail to break the hold. Gail comes back again, hitting a bulldog. She hits a few blows to the face of Jessica Havoc, but Havoc then misses a clothesline. Gail sends her into the corner. She hits a crossbody off the top and goes for the pin. She only gets a 2 count. Havoc comes back with a hammerlock slam, but Gail kicked out at 2, surprisingly. Then Havoc gets, she tries for another move, and Gail tries fighting back. She hits Eat Defeat, and she only gets a 2 count. But as she's going off the top rope, Havoc grabs her by the throat, hits the Harlot Slam, and she gets the pin to keep her title. So it was a decent match, a pretty decent match, I would say. So I give it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So once again, Jessica Havoc, just running through the Knockouts division, and we'll see what happens if she can hold the title for the next couple weeks. But we'll see. Alright, then we see a segment from earlier in the day of Manik talking to Malabali Shera. He's grabbing a plate of food as he's looking around. He just doesn't look himself. I just didn't really, I felt uncomfortable with this thing. So he sit down, he has a freaking bottle of Pepsi or Coke. By the way, Pepsi. So, then we see Manik, of all people, come up in, full Manik gear, and he asks how long has he been there. Shera's like, not long. And that was basically it. They start talking amongst themselves, and I really didn't get most of the promo. I really didn't care. It was very weird. It just looks like Shera just was looking at people and didn't want to be with anybody. I don't know, maybe he's gay, I don't know. I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying it just appeared to me he might be, but I'm just saying. So don't send the hate mail to me. So it was just a weird promo, so I don't know when we're going to see this guy, if we're going to see him next week or the week after, or not at all, But we'll see what happens. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. We see Bobby Lashley packing his suitcase, and it looks like he's ready to leave the arena, and MVP's back there. He's like, where are you going? I got a match. I need you out there. And then Lashley's not even looking at him. And then he finishes packing up his suitcase. Then he looks at MVP, and he just leaves. As MVP's like, okay, I guess I gotta go alone. Since Kenny King wasn't even there. I don't know why Kenny King wasn't there. But that's just me. So, Lashley leaves, or so we think! When these people leave, they usually come back. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, main event time for the TNA World title. Bobby Roode defending against MVP. This was an okay match. He started off on MVP, fights out of the corner. He hits a suplex, gets a 1 count. Not even a 1 count. And then Roode comes back, hitting a leg sweep, getting a near fall. And then MVP comes back. They go outside the ring. MVP hits a kick to the head. He throws Roode onto the guardrail. Ouch. Then he uses the ring steps to inflict more punishment. And they go back in the ring, and he goes for several pinfalls, all of which Bobby Roode kicked out. MVP then hits the ballin' elbow, then a bridging suplex for a near fall. Then he locks in a submission move, but Roode fights back to his feet. MVP missed a kick. Roode then comes back hitting a spine buster, and only gets a 2 count. Then he puts MVP on the top rope, and he looks to hit a superplex on the top rope, and he hits it. He gets another near fall. He goes for the Roode bump, MVP counted out of it. He hits a kick and gets a 2 count. He goes for another kick, misses, and he goes for the, I believe he's trying to go for the drive-by, and Roode counted out of it for the roll-up, only got a 2 count. Then Roode hits the Roode bomb for the win to retain his title. So, nice title defense for Bobby Roode. So, we'll see what happens from there. After the match, we see Lashley come in, and he spears the crap out of Roode. So, it looks like Lashley's probably going to get a rematch next week or the week after, sometime soon. You know, so we'll see what happens from there. MVP's on the ground. He's like, dude, can you help me up? And Ice is like, screw you. So it looks like Lashley's going to be turning face soon. I think he's going to blow off this whole franchise players thing with Kenny King and MVP. Maybe turn heel. Either stay heel or turn face. I don't know. But it looks like the end of the MVP, Kenny King, Bobby Lashley faction is going to be taking place soon. So we'll see what happens. So, all in all, it was a pretty decent show. I gave it 6.25 out of 10 stars. And we'll see what happens next week on the program with Bobby Lashley and Bobby Roode. We're going to get the tag team title match between the Hardys and the American Wolves. That match should be pretty epic. I can't wait for that match. And we'll see what else happens from there. So, only 2 more weeks of TNA Impact tapings left. The next week, this coming Wednesday, I should say, and then the final show on the 19th, which is the Feast of Fire match. They'll announce it next week, but you know, we're gonna see the Feast of Fire match and the results as well from that. From that, so somebody's gonna get fired and not have a great Thanksgiving and Christmas. But we'll see what happens. So, all in all, good show. I gave it 6.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think of TNA Impact last night. Leave me a comment down below, or you can do a video reply if you wish. Subscribe once again to this channel and all my other channels down below. Thank you for over 500 subscribers on this channel and TGC Reborn. I just put a video up about that and talked a little bit about wrestling, so check that out. And that's pretty much it. Follow me on Facebook. And just type in Peter Gilmore. Follow me on Twitter at Gilmore Inc. That's INC in capital letters. And, you know, thank you to all over 1,100 followers right now on Twitter. So we keep going. The train is not going to stop anytime soon. So, too bad, haters. So, that's pretty much it. So, thank you all for watching this video. And leave me your comments. Leave me your feedback down below. I will have TGC 91 coming on probably Saturday or Sunday with my top 10 villains of all time. You know, like I mentioned in my last video that I was gonna do it on Halloween, but I didn't get a chance to. So, and I had to do another video, so I put that to the back burner. But I'm gonna put it up this weekend. So check that all out. And that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching this video. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!